Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good, man.
Chris is always doing good.
He's always, you always seem to be in a good mood. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's pretty fair to say, man. I mean, what's the worst that could happen today? We die, you know what I mean? So, like, whatever.
Yeah, just that little thing.
Just that.
Yeah, I mean,
just dying.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going if I do. So I choose not to stress about everything. You know, people are really freaked out right now. I'm sure you know, most phones aren't working in our country right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, wake up, people.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, come on, man. Like, wake up. We don't live in the same world we lived in. We all grew up. And
It's true.
It is interesting because right before you called and we were talking about maybe Chris's phone isn't working too, and I was going to call, and I actually had this kind of sense of relief. I'm like, I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I don't need my phone, right?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
But most people
And Chris would figure it out somehow.
Yeah. Chris is the kind of guy that he probably could do it by way of CB radio or something. He'd figure something out. Chris is going to figure something out.
Breaker 19.
Yeah, I want to call Chris when I'm having a bad day because I have a feeling you talk to Chris and you would, put a positive spin on things.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, thank God we're able to talk. So we have a platform right this moment to share a little positivity on a stressful day in our country. So, we're blessed to be alive. Don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still a free country. So we have the freedom to try to fix it and make it better. And of course, there'll be a cynic out there that says, yeah, but this, yeah, but nothing. I mean, here's the bottom line. We got a lot to be thankful for.
That's
so we turn the page, we keep moving forward. Hey, I want to thank you all online this morning for my recent #1 with All I Need Is You. Thank you.
Yeah.
And really appreciate you guys for that. And you know what? We're coming to town. We're going to be doing a great big tour this year. Me and my buddy, Brett Michaels, of course, from Poison.
Yeah.
Decided a while back. We did a CMT Crossroads, which has, by the way, gotten tons of re-air dates, which has been fabulous and has done really good for us. It was a lot of fun. We've become really close friends. We decided right off the bat, hey, let's go do some touring together. He said, well, I've already got this thing called Party Girl kind of in the works that I've been doing. And why don't you just join me? And I said, yeah, that's perfect. So it was just that easy. So we're going to be coming to town and we're going to be having a great tour together. A lot of fun. Nothing but a good time, of course, is his, one of his big hit songs, and mine's Good Vibe. So we've been saying nothing but a good vibe, man. Y'all, it's going to be a great time.
I love this. And July 12th going to be the date here at Ruoff, Noblesville. Not only Brett, but you also have Dee Snider from Twisted Sister, Lou Graham from Foreigner, Don Felder from the Eagles.
Wow.
So my question about this entire process, this whole thing, obviously stemmed from the Crossroads with Brett. Does that mean that you've had to practice or are going to practice some more songs from the Eagles or Foreigner or these other bands?
No, it does not. And I mean, I'm not opposed to it now, by the way. I'm a fan of all those guys, and I'm really pleased they're going to be out there with us. But no, I mean, I'm the only country dude out there, and like the genres are so, the way when you step back and look at them, they're so wildly different, especially like when what gets played on what radio and that kind of thing, and everything is so subdivided, which is fine because we're going to bring it all together in the live entertainment aspect. But hey, man, I'm still, here I am doing my full-blown country career. You guys are blessing me, man. We're having big hits, and thankfully, we just released coming out here on March 8th. We got What You See Is What You Get coming out. We just played it last night.
We just played it a minute ago.
Time.
Great song.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really love the song, and of course, we debuted it there with Dolly on CBS, which was great. And we're going to be bringing all kinds of country hits. I'm the only country dude on this whole, idea. So we're just mashing two things together because we're friends and it works. I mean, quite frankly, it works. I mean, so it's a lot of fun and we're going to be having a ball, and I'm not going to lie. If Don Felder asked me to come up and sing with him, I mean, I'm probably going to do it.
Yeah, not going to turn that down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We're talking with Chris Janson, and you've always been so fun, so positive, and I love your outlook on marriage and your family. And of course, you've been married to your wife, who is your business manager, Kelly, for several years now. And I read one time, and I love this. You said marriage is badass.
It is. Can we say that on the radio?
Absolutely,
We just did.
Okay, good. No, it is. It is totally badass, and it's fun. And you know what, man? I have noticed, unfortunately, that there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people who do, but a lot of people who don't have that kind of marriage. But you know, I like all things in life, it usually stems from the root of something. So, you know, you sort not to be hokey, but you sort of choose your destiny on that kind of thing, right? That's the way I look at it. And so we choose to be happy. We love each other, which is some people step back and go, wow, that's just amazing. I mean, what's so amazing about it? That you actually love your partner?
Yeah.
Duh. What's the point of getting married? So it's fabulous. And the good news is that I think my wife is smoking hot. And I mean, even if she ever got sick of me thinking that, which I can't imagine it happening, but it's just in the weird event, I'm not going to stop. So it's like, you know, it's one and done for me. So that's the deal.
Well, you make a great couple.
Thank you. I stare at her like a 16-year-old boy, you know, and so I'm like, hey, God, she's smoking hot, and chase her around the house all the time. But that's just the way it should be.
You when you were in town last, we got a chance to be backstage and we met one of your sons. And let me just say, as a parent to another parent, thank you for raising a young man who looks at you square in the eye and shakes your hand and talks to you. And
yes,
it's like, you know, you've done your homework as a parent, and it pays off when you have kids like your kids.
he was so polite.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Jesse is the one you met, I think. And yeah, he's awesome kid. Thank you for saying that. I really do appreciate that. And proud of our kids. You know, we have 4 awesome kids, and man, we're just trying to raise them the best we can. It is not easy. I mean, raising kids is not easy, especially nowadays. It's just it's just, you know, it's different than when we all grew up and things like that. And raising kids in today's world is tough. But we're doing the best we can. So I appreciate hearing it from an outside source.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
you're doing it. You're doing it.
So when you're going to school as, you know, dad instead of Chris Janson, people just treat you as anybody else would?
Of course. Yeah, of course. And like tonight, I'll be at a cheer banquet. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Of course, I'm sure you can imagine sometimes maybe a few autographs, maybe a few pictures. I don't mind, you know, and there's usually always somebody, you know, like as if I don't notice them staring or talking, you know, or whispering across.
Or trying to do a fake selfie, you know, trying to get the picture in front of you.
100,000% as if I'm just kind of there, you know, but I don't care, man. Here's the deal. It comes with the territory. And I remember a long time ago what it felt like when nobody has any clue who you are and they don't care.
Sure.
And
that's true.
It's like doing, I reference it like this. It's like doing, you know, where you're at in your career, building wise, whenever you get into a meet and greet, like let's say, for instance, at a guitar pull with other artists, okay? Or some kind of St. Jude event or something like that, where they do a meet and greet or something. And you're standing there with 3 other artists, and some are wildly popular and some are just getting started, or some are wildly popular and some are just not, you know, there's instances like that.
Sure.
And I've been in every single facet of that. Okay. And it sucks when you're the unpopular person and people walk in for a meet and greet and they go straight to the popular person. And you're just standing there like, I'm just here. Do you want me to take the picture?
Yeah.
You know, and then you're in that middle spot where you have like a hit and a half maybe, or a hit or something. And people sort of know. And then you get to the other side of it, which is a grateful place to be, if that's the way you choose to look at it. That's the way I choose to look at it. So, hey, I love having hit songs. I love to be recognized. And it's a blessing to have that. And you know what? It comes to the territory. And the coolest part about it is you have an opportunity to be incredibly nicer to people than you ever could have imagined, because treating people the way you want to be treated is A1 first thing that you've got to try to remember, especially when you're in the spotlight a lot of your life. And if you do that, man, people will love you forever. I've learned that. And so, hey, it's the easiest thing to do is get up and be nice to somebody. So hey, not a lot of people get to live this 0.5% of lifestyle of having hit music on the radio, having hit songs and hit records and big time touring. And like, it's a dream come true.
And a smoking hot wife.
And a smoking hot wife.
Smoking hot wife and healthy kids. It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of playing in the big leagues in a sports team.
Sure.
So, I mean, you finally make it, man. It's awesome. Like, who wouldn't like that? It's what we all sign. If you do this job, it's what we sign up to do.
Sure.
There's only just a handful of a bowl at the top that people get to swim around in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I would say, obviously, you said it kind of along the way. When they stop taking pictures, that's when it's going to be the concern,
worry,
right?
Yeah.
Oh God, it's terrible. It would be terrible. So, so I've never forgotten that, because in the beginning, I just remember, I remember how it was, and it's not fun. You go through levels where you hope somebody recognizes you and they just don't. And then you hope they kind of do, and then they do, and you don't really know how to take it yet because you're not used to that. But then, you come into your own. Some people never do. Some people do. I love it. I love people, and I try to look for a reason to smile and maybe make somebody's day better. We have such an opportunity to do it, but why don't we capitalize on it?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, the Party Gras 2.0 tour, Friday, July 12th here in Noblesville. And the last question I have to ask, obviously, with Bret Michaels and Poison, what is going to be your favorite Poison song that you're going to sing?
Talk Dirty to Me is my favorite.
Yeah, man.
And when we did Crossroads, that's an easy answer for me. When we did Crossroads, Bret was blown away that I knew the words like I did. I mean, he just kept saying, "I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it." I was like, "Dude, you don't understand, man. You are half of the soundtrack of my life." So, you know what I'm saying? As it is to a lot of people, it is, it continues to be like. He's a wildly popular person and has a wildly popular music career that has lasted decades, and so, and still very valid. And I know those songs front to back. I didn't need teleprompters and all that kind of stuff that you have for TV shows and big staging. I just got up there and did it, and I think he was pretty blown away. But hey, man, you got to show up prepared in those situations.
Yeah.
And may I say that Bret Michaels is the nicest big star I've ever met in my life. He really is. He is the real deal. So this tour, I'm telling you, if you want to, people know my shows are a good time. People know his shows are a good time. If you could imagine combining two good times together and making it the ultimate smiling, happy, good vibes experience, that's exactly what the ticket will be.
Well, anyone who has not been to a Chris Janson show, you're missing out because you have such energy and you give it 120%. And anyone who goes leaves very fulfilled.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the same way Bret is, I must say. And us together is going to be awesome. We're going to do our own separate deals, but we're going to do some stuff together as well. So you just get ready for that cranked up to 20. You add 10 and 10 and you get 20, and we might as well add a couple more on that. So we should have called the tour 22.
I like
22.
That. I like that idea. Well, Chris, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. We appreciate you so much. Congratulations again on 5 number ones, and we look forward to many more.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you.
All right, buddy. We'll see you soon, buddy.